Okay, done with this. Oh yes, so now the colors. You want to say the colors and then we start with that. So the colors are same. So I'll repeat those. In blue shades, I'll be using Sadium blue. Sadium blue will be needing a bit more today because we'll be using that bright blue color for the sky. So that's Sadium blue color. Sadium blue. Sadium blue. Then after that, you've got ultramarine blue color as well.
Should we
Ultramarine.
wet our paper?
Oh, I don't think there's a need in this, like because we're not going to use that much post technique, so we can go
Okay.
directly.
Okay, thank you.
But still, if you do, like that's not a problem. That will give you soft effect, so even that's fine, even if you're doing that. Sadian blue, then we've got ultramarine blue, French ultramarine blue. I mostly use French ultramarine blue, so that. Then we've got another important color which I use a lot is violet color. Violet, violet. Then we've got burnt sienna, burnt sienna. Burnt sienna, normally we're gonna use that to mix dark colors and all. We're not going to use raw burnt sienna anywhere. I mean, pure burnt sienna without any mixture. So the burnt sienna, we just need some places to make the color stuff. Uh, there's don't have grain shades in this, so we can just leave that. If you have got turquoise blue or any kind of color which is like kind of mixed, going to be near to that water portion in the surface, so you can get that turquoise. I think turquoise color is gonna be almost same similar to that. So turquoise. If you're not having turquoise, you can make that easily. Like either that you're having two options: saline blue with lemon yellow, or otherwise you have to mix radiant green with white color. So this two options you've got, you can use any of this to make that water turquoise blue. It's not pure blue color actually. The water, it's kind of greenish tone. So to get that, as I told, you can mix saline blue with lemon yellow, or otherwise you can mix radiant green with white color. Or else, if you're having turquoise blue, you can get use that only. Going further, we need orange color. Orange color will be used a lot in the shadows portion and all. So we can just get that orange color. Orange. Then we've got burnt umber. Burnt umber, this is again another important color. Mostly going to be used in today's painting. As almost everything is kind of brown in brownish tone. So we'll be using that burnt umber a lot over here. So we can just get that. Orange, burnt umber. Then you've got lemon yellow. Lemon yellow again for the light shades and all. We'll be using this. Lemon yellow and yellow ochre at last. Yellow ochre, again, this is going to be used in the first day only. Not much, but in the first day we'll be using a lot. So that's what we have got. So we're going to start with the music right now. Hope we'll have completed. You all are will have completed with the skills. And we're going to start with the sky portion. Sky is quite easy again, just the same way how we do every time. I'm just going to show that how we have to do a sky over here. It's quite simple. You don't have to work much. Almost everything is going to be completed in wet and wet process only. But you don't have to make any kind of patches after the paper dries. So we have to do everything in very clean wash. We don't have to use a kind of very dirty color. We have to mostly stick to saline blue, ultramarine blue. We've got a bit of yellow aqua as well, so that will not make it dirty. That just gives a very good brightness. And we might just create a bit of clouds as well. Like there are some clouds over here that is kind of dim clouds. We might not able to see that, but there's some kind of clouds as well. So we might maintain that as well. So even that is going to be give a very good effect. So I'll just show you on a rough paper, right? Just 1 second. I got a rough paper. I'll just show you that what we're gonna do over here. Okay. So just gonna show that how we're going to do the sky portion. It's not that difficult. Just 1 second. Okay, so first of all, before you start painting any portion, you have to decide the colors. What all colors you're gonna use. Okay, so like I'm I'm gonna do the sky portion. So I've already planned that 3 or 4 colors, like 2 shades of blue color and just one yellow or maybe a violet color. But so I'll be using this mixture. So I've already planned my colors. So like this portion, I'm gonna use this. So whatever you do, you have to plan the colors before you start. So I've just planned that. So I'll make the mixer before I start doing anything. So that will make the color very clean as well. Whatever you paint, that will be very clean, and it will be very easy for you. You don't have to go on your palette again. You just keep a simple small tray outside like this, and you can make some different mixes over here. Like as I told, I'll be using 3 or 4 colors. Like there will be a light yellow for first of all. I'll be just simply making a mixer with a lot of water over here. Just a lot of water, and I'll be making very light mixture. Okay, that's a yellow ochre. Then I'll make more very light saline blue. I'll make one more ultramarine blue as well. You can see I'm just making a very light. So if needed, I'll make more colors. I'll take more colors. But this is very convenient way. Like you have to keep 2 brushes in your hand and just simply take the color and just get over. You don't have to go on palette again and again and again. You have to take water. It's not gonna be like that. You just have to take the color and just go on the paper. Oh yes, I've made the mixer 3 mixtures. Mostly I'm gonna use. Maybe I'll use violet color as well. So depends on how it comes out. So okay, so I'm going to use a wash wet technique over here, wet and wet technique. So in wet and wet technique, simply you have to wet that paper, not the whole paper, that particular portion what you want to do in wet and wet paper, what wet and wet technique. So we're doing the sky portion first of all. So we'll be just like painting the sky portion or just we'll be just wetting that portion, the sky, all the sky, leaving the monument, everything is the sky portion. So just simply wet it. It's not that if you just have to use the colors after this. We that too very loosely. You don't have to be afraid of anything over there. Just you have to be very loose over there. Okay, like I've kind of wetted it over here. Now I'll start with the lighter color. Whenever you do watercolor, you have to remember that you will start with the lightest color what you have, and then gradually you will increase the darkness, you will increase the intensity of the color. So I have wetted it. I'll take some small brushes, not very big, but just a bit small brushes. Like I'm gonna take 4 number more brush, something like that. So I'll take this yellow aqua mixture. Like there's already a bit of water in this, so simply I have to start from the bottom portion. I'm starting from the bottom portion so I can, when I use blue color, that comes from up and both these colors can have the perfect gradation. So I'm gonna use my yellow over here, very gradually. Okay, so I've used my light yellow aqua, this is how light I've used. And then after this, I'll take the another lighter color. Like after yellow aqua, salient blue is the second light color. Ultramarine blue is the darkest over here. So I'll take the salient blue, but here, if I just go with the same again, if I just go with the same mixer, it will slow down. If I just anything what I'm using over here, it will just slow down over here. And I don't need that. I just don't need my color to slow down. So what I'll do, I'll take this mixer and I'll remove the water from my like from a brush, like on a cloth or simple piece of paper, whatever you wanna use. I'll just remove that. And now what I'm having is just a color in my brush. Like there's no water. So it's not gonna spread. Like wherever you wanna use that color, it will be just over there only. So in this way, now you can just leave some of the blank spaces like you're doing over here. So just leave this line and just come down. So I mean this variation will give you amazing effect. I mean that variation in the sky looks very good. And you can simply take the salient blue, remove the water, and you can just come down. Like, and you can just leave this kind of places randomly at anywhere. And as the light in this painting, the light is coming from the left hand side. So just one thing you have to remember that left side portion of the sky, you have to keep it light. And as you're going to the right hand side, you can just make it a bit darker. So now, darker you can make it now. Like we have done with the second layer, the light layer. Now we'll take the another darker, another blue shade, which is gonna be that ultramarine blue. The same way. It's going to be the same way. I'll take this ultramarine blue mixture, a bit of water, I'll remove the water, and I'll just simply like I'll just portion keep it light. And in this way only you can see the colors are going to be the gradation and all will be done very perfect. You just have to use this patches simply. You can see how this colors are just merging. We're not making that much cloud. We'll just leave some blank spaces like that. So that will give some good variations over here. So you can see like you get very clean sky. But this way. I mean, there are a lot more techniques, but metal wet technique always gives you the very fresh look. Otherwise, we can even do wet and dry. I mean, without wetting the paper. So in that also you can get the flow, but it might be a bit risky. I mean, if the paper dries faster, so it might be very difficult to get all the soft edges. So I think this is gonna be the best option. So we'll be just painting like that. And still, if you want more darker color, we can just take more ultramarine blue, more less water. Anytime when you want to make anything darker, simply increase the quantity of color and don't take water. It will get darker, and you can just use that patch randomly. So, like even that will create some of the kind of clouds randomly like this. You can see that portion got darker. So in that, I've just not taken water. It's just the color and just 1 or 2 drops of water to mix this perfectly. Otherwise, you don't have to take any water in that. So it will mix perfectly with that, and the color will look very dark. So just with the same way, I'm going to start with that. Okay. Just in the same way, I'll be starting with the sky. Or if you have any questions, so you can let me know. Can we start? Shiva? Questions?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So if by the time using the darker blue, our paper has dried, we
No, the
spray
paper should be wet. The paper
Should
should
be
be wet at that time.
so we're adding a lot of water now to the paper.
Yeah, like if the paper, if you're doing anything after the paper dries, you'll get hard edges, and the paper that dark color will not merge with the surroundings. So the hard edges will not look that good, and it will not give that cloudy effect over there. So everything, whatever you're doing over there, it has to be done in the wet and wet only. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we're gonna start with that. Simply, firstly, just simply make the mixes whatever was there, and after that, we are just starting with the wetting the paper. I mean, we're using wet and wet techniques, of course. We're just wetting the paper. Just simply take a bigger brush and just be very careful with all the monuments over here. Just be very careful. Be very careful with all the monuments. You don't have to wet any portion of this tower or that monument, whatever it has. Don't have to wet anything over there. Just I'll be going some wetting that. Just want to make this a bit lighter. It was very dark, so I'm just making it a bit lighter before starting with it. Yeah, since lighter now. Right. Let's just zoom in a bit. Okay, so the water should not flow on that side, and then we're going to see that. Okay, so I'm just starting to wet the paper now. With a lot of water. If we wet it twice, it will remain wet for more longer time. Because the first layer of the paper will absorb, and then the second layer, what will wet, it will be on the paper. So that will be good. Don't allow the water to fall down. Which is something with lot of water. Just a lot of water. I think I've got it. I think I'll just start with that. I'll just wet it one more time just to confirm that every portion is wet. Yeah, I've kind of wet it. Now I'll start with my colors. Light yellow, aqua, and all. I'll be just going with the bigger brush only with a lot of water in my yellow aqua. And just kind of, I'll just try to be careful. Just doing this at the bottom portion. That's very light yellow, what I'm using right now. Okay, just a minute. It's very light yellow, what I'm using right now. Okay, so I'll just work a bit faster before the paper dries. If you're having the spray gun, you don't have to worry. You can spray at some places to make the paper wet again. So that was very light yellow water apply. Just after this, I'm gonna take my saline blue in a lighter way, just my light saline blue and a little bit of water, and I'll just go very loosely. I mean, you don't have to make this it's very difficult. Just be very casual at this place and just go very loosely. At some random places, you can just leave some of the portion completely wet. As the paper is still, I mean, wet, so it's just going to grade perfect. Like some of the portion, like over here, I can just leave completely wet. You don't have to even work with. So I mean that kind of variation in the sky will look amazing. Like this portion, I just left it over there. I'm not gonna do anything. So this small kind of variation is gonna give a very good effect. Like I'm just gonna go with my cerulean blue. And as I told, at some of the places, I'll not even apply the colors. That whiteness, the paper is still wet, so that will gradually merge with the color. Like here, like I've just left in that light way, so that looks amazing. And just come down with my cerulean blue, leaving some of the random places. Just take this down. Now over this, I'll be using a little bit of ultramarine blue. So we can't just stop. We can just stop this thing, just still saline blue. I mean, maybe it will not look that good. We just have to make it a bit more colorful. So I'll just get very quickly because the paper dries very fast. So I'll take my ultramarine blue just the same way, very lightly, and just a little bit of water in it. Just a little bit of water, and just at the top, the top portion only. You can just use it very randomly. Just be very loose and very random. Okay. Just be very loose and random. Like you can just use it anywhere. You can just take some water and you can even sprinkle over here. So when that will just give you some kind of good flow over there. We'll have to take some water. So then only the color will flow down. Otherwise, the color might stick over there and that will not look that good. Just let the color flow down. You can take a bit of water in that any different color. Like I've taken a bit of yellow ochre. I'm just trying to flow the colors down now. That's the same ultramarine blue. Let the color flow down. Very lightly with a lot of water in it. This is how I can just do this. I'll just stop working on this now. Like there's some more random ultramarine blue. Mostly I've covered everything with ultramarine blue because that is going to look good against this yellow monument and all. So till when like till it is wet, you can do anything in this. And at the end, you have to be very careful. You have to cover everything over here. Like there should be no like unnecessary white gaps left anywhere. Like this. Now after this, just one last thing you can do. You can take a bit of yellow ochre and you can just randomly sprinkle that yellow ochre at the corner, okay, not on the main portions, right? At the corner portion. So I mean that gives again different kind of variation. That looks good. Even over here, but I think I'm gonna wait for a couple of minutes over here now. Okay, so I think that's it for this portion. We don't have to focus more on the sky. Mostly we have to do this monument and all perfectly. That is the main portion. Just gonna stop it over here now. After this, we will just start applying. We'll be starting to apply all the light yellow or like whatever the first layer is going to cover here. We will just start applying to that. This kind here, we don't have to work much. I'm just sprinkling a bit of water over here randomly. That's it. I'm just waiting over here for a couple of minutes and then we'll be starting with our main first layer. I'm just waiting for a last layer to let the paper dry because I just need the sky to get dry so I can start with my first layer. So the first layer is gonna be very easy. You don't have to work much. You just have to add all the lightest portion of this painting. Like suppose we are painting this monument over here. So you have to cast the lightest portion what you can see in the reference. You have to cast that and you have to add the first layer with that color. And in the second layer, you can add the shadows with that. So the same thing will be following with everything. So that will be your first layer. And the main thing, the color mixing, the color gradation, light, dark, mostly everything is going to be done in the second layer. So we just do the first layer. I'm just waiting for this portion to get dry so we can just start working on. It seems to be dried now. Seems to be dried now, so we can just start working with the first layer. It has to be very light. You don't have to work much in that. So I'll just start working on this. No. So we're gonna go with all the same light or yellows over here. Not going to add any dark layer in the first layer. So we'll just go mostly with all the first light yellow or not lemon yellow. Maybe we can use a bit of orange color as well at some places. So this is what we'll be going with mostly. So let's start with that. And we can just use the same technique over here. We can just wet that some other particular portion, and then we can use all those yellow colors, light yellow, or lemon yellow, and all. So it's quite simple. Now we're gonna take small brushes. Just have to take the small brushes, and you can just start from the top portion. I mean, you just simply have to wet, and just make sure the sky is dry. If the sky is still wet, all the water what you're gonna apply over here, that will go on the sky, and that will be in that. So the sky, the edges of the sky should be completely dry over here now. Okay. Just the sky should be completely dry. So I'm just gonna simply wet this thing now with very clean water. Just very clean the water away. Okay, so like I've just read it till here, and now I'll take my yellow aqua with a lot of water. Of course, I can just leave at some places. So like I'm just gonna make that mixture again with some water in it. And what I have to do, I just have to take this color and I just have to leave at some places. Like I'm just gonna leave over here randomly, and the color will flow down with its own. You don't have to work too much for that. You don't have to use a lot of touches. You know, just simply go with this in this way. And move further very lightly with this very light yellow, which is over here. I'll just come down randomly. Just use any color over.
Varun, you've read the entire monument?
Yeah. Yes, I've read the entire one. Just going to go the same way.
Varun, what color have you done the building?
It's a yellow. I'm just doing that. It's very light yellow.
Is it wet on wet?
Yeah, it's written red. Yeah, I wetted the portion. I wetted the whole monument first.
Okay, fine.
And some of the portion you can even keep it very light. Some of the portion you can if you can even leave the whole portion as it is. You don't have to just work everywhere. So I'll be just going further with the same color. Some places more. Okay, you can just mix a bit of just a one little bit of orange color in the same yellow. I mean that will just change the color. I mean that color difference will be it's gonna look very good over here. Like you can just come down, just bring this one portion. It's very lightly with the same light block only. This is all portions. You just calm down. Just be careful where you keep fingers. Be very careful. And just keep going further with the same. Almost everywhere I'm gonna use the same color. Oh yeah, so I'm just moving further with another portion. Like coming over here again to the same thing. You can simply wet this small particular area, and after that you can take that same yellow ochre with you, and just a little bit of water, and that too I'm gonna apply at some place. Like the upper portion, I would just simply like to leave it completely something like white only. So that just adds very good variation. And the same yellow ochre, you can continue over here. If here I haven't wetted it, I just simply do that yellow ochre and I just with a lot of water in it, I just came over here. We're just taking a lot of water in that particular portion. So without much detailing, we can just keep on going. And the bottom portion, I just wanted to keep that portion a little bit lighter. So I've just used water over there. With this portion, the bottom side, what you can say, this is just that water, and the upper yellow ochre is going down. That's it. I'm not gonna use any or like any yellow over there because I just need to add some variation. I mean, the upper portion is a bit darker with yellow, and the bottom portion I would just keep it light as it is. Not gonna complete white, something like that. So that adds a bit of variation over there. I'm just gonna stop over here for a minute. Then I will be going further. Just waiting for a minute. Then we'll move further with the bridge portion and a bit of water, first layer to the water. Then after that, we simply have to start the second layer, adding all the dark colors in the shadows. And then after that, all the recurring colors. So first layer, mostly you have to play with all the light colors like lemon yellow, yellow ochre, a bit of orange color and all. Just waiting for the last layer. Then we'll just start with the other first layer, and then we're gonna wait for 2 more minutes, and then we can start with the second layer as well simultaneously. Second layer is gonna be quite easy. You don't have to work much. Just have to add all the shadows, just with all the windows and all whatever we can, and just some detailing we have to do. Hope we'll have completed. Completed? Can you? Hope we have completed. Can we move further? Subha, completed?
Yes, sir.
Great. So
Yes,
again,
yeah.
yeah, right. So yeah, we'll be just again going the same light yellow ochre, and we'll be just painting the bottom portion over here, not the bridge, it's the bottom portion. It's just the same part of the upper portion. Yeah, the water we can paint later on to the second layer, and we can do everything over there. So we can, as a first layer, we can just add a light layer to the human figures over there, like different. We can add some more colors because in this photo we're not having a lot of colors, but we can add some colors to the human figures as well, like a bit of light cyan blue. You can use even a bit of vermilion. Vermilion we're not going to use any, so we can just give a bit of hint of that vermilion over here. A little bit of vermilion, pure vermilion with just a little bit of water in it. So that will add a bit of color in the paint as well. As a first layer, you can even paint this portion of the bridge as well if you want. This portion of the bridge. And of course, like even over here, you can, this is a land portion over here. So you can use that gray color, what you can make. Like firstly, what I've done over here is I've just simply wetted this portion. This is a street over here. I've just wetted this portion. Now I'm gonna make that gray color, what we use every time. Ultramarine blue with gold. It's a perfect gray color. You can use it for the streets anywhere. It's a perfect gray color, ultramarine blue, and just very light. We can mix a bit of burnt sienna and just take water. I mean, whenever you want to make any color way more lighter, just take more water so that color will get lighter. So this is a bit of gray color over here, light gray color. Okay, so this is very light gray color. We can just paint that, and just simultaneously in the sweat only, you gotta give us plants and all whatever you can see over here. Just a little bit of plants you have to add. So for that, it's very simple. Any kind of yellow color and a little bit of sap green I'll mix in that. Yellow ochre I've just used because lemon if I would have taken that would have got very bright. I just made a little bit dull green color. So yellow ochre and a little bit of sap green in that. Okay. So yellow ochre and sap green, I've made the mixture and I'll decrease the quantity of water in my cloth and I'll just use it a bit over here. So the color will not spread. If I would have taken the same amount of water, I mean that's a lot of water with it. So that would have gone up here and this. So I will not be having any control if I take a lot of water in this. So I'm trying to take limited water, and you can see colors not moving here and there. You just get it perfectly. Just to have more variation, you can take a little bit of pure ultramarine blue. I mean, this kind of you should keep using different blue shades. You can just take a little bit of pure ultramarine blue over here. So over here, and now if you see, we have got that light and dark variation. It looks quite good. And this 1 or 2 point of vermilion or maybe crimson lake, that will give some effect of flowers. Okay, water will do just later on. It's not important to do it now. Water, I think we'll do that later on with everything in one go. Okay, so this is how we can just clean a bit over here. Oh, I think I would say that with this we have done with the first place. Just one thing we have missed till now is we have to paint the rooftop. So again, that's very simple. We can even complete that as well. Okay, even for the rooftop, we have to go with the same way. Yellow ochre is a very important portion. Whenever you apply any color, just try to apply yellow ochre first. Even if you're doing anything in wet and wet, or even it's dry, so just try apply a yellow ochre first. Over that any color. So even over here, even though it's a very light layer, I will light thing, light blue kind of thing. So even though it's very light portion, I would firstly apply my light yellow ochre only with a lot of water, and then over that I'll be using my whatever color I want to use for that portion. Like I'm using my very light yellow ochre, very randomly, and then I'll just take very light ultramarine blue with it. Very light. It should be bright. Otherwise, there's a possibility that it will mix with sky. So very lightly ultramarine blue. And at some places, I would even leave that yellow ochre as it is. I mean, that just gives very good variation.
Yellow ochre and over that violet you took, right?
No, it's ultramarine.
Ultramarine. Okay.
Yeah, violet also I'll be taking a bit. I mean, I'm just not gonna keep this still ultramarine. After ultramarine blue, when I'm taking a little bit of violet color. Violet color will just give amazing effect as well. So just a bit of violet color over this now. Just going to keep it very light. Just be careful because it's a lighter portion and we're not going to cover anything over here. So everything what we'll do over here should be done with proper finishing. So I think that's enough for that. I just added very lightly over there. That's our first layer with us. We're completed with the first. After this, we just have to keep on adding the second layer and all the detailings and all. We'll just simply start with the main thing, which is going to be our main focus point. The tower over there. We'll be starting with that.
कुछ नहीं मम्मी अपने कर रहे हैं बच्चे
Varun, what is the first layer to the boat which you have applied?
Oh, it's over here. It's just the turquoise blue for having.
Okay.
I haven't added the first layer, just that one patch I've added in that.
Sorry,
Or
what color was
turquoise both. The turquoise blue. If you can mix saline blue with lemon yellow if not having turquoise blue. Actually, it's cobalt green from aqua tone, but if you're not having that, we can mix saline blue with lemon yellow color. And quantity of saline blue should be more in that. So I think the paper is kind of dry. Can we start the second layer then? Can we start?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Everyone completed?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, great. So we're gonna start with this tower now. So now this is gonna be the important layer. You have to use a lot of different colors. You don't have to stick to a single color now. Like we're gonna use a lot of different. So you have to use a lot of different. You might see just one single color, like there's a shadow with brown color and all. But in the shadow especially, you have to use a lot of different colors. Like you've got violet color, you've got ultramarine, you've got burnt amber, burnt sienna. A lot of different colors you have to use. So simply, I'll make the mixer before I start the painting, so that will be more helpful. Like I'm gonna make few different mixes now. Say like ultramarine blue, a little bit of ultramarine blue. So in this way, I'll be making some mixes here. Ultramarine. Then I've got orange, a bit of burnt umber, all this kind of colors. Ultramarine blue. Then I've got some burnt umber. I'll just make a mixture. Not lightly this time. This time it has to be a little bit darker than the first. Burnt umber. You've got burnt sienna or sepia, whatever you've got. Brown color. Then we've got that violet color. Violet. So all these different colors will be using. More colors like orange and all will be using randomly. So anyway, let's start with this now. I'm gonna start with this portion. So that small dome over there, we have to take more smaller brush. Let's take that, yeah. More smaller brush. Yeah. So we'll just start with the smallest dome over here. So what I'll do, I'll just starting the dome, I'll just simply wet that portion. This small dome only. Just gonna simply wet this dome so I can have that gradation, lighter to darker gradation. Without wetting, it won't be possible over here. I'll just wet that a bit over here. Then just after wetting it, I'll take a little of saline glue. Not saline. I think even ultramarine glue is fine over there. I'll take that ultramarine glue a bit, and I'll just paint one side of that. Taking less water. Okay, it will take a lot of water. It will cover the whole dome. I just need a little bit less water, so that can only go till half of it. Okay, we can just come down with this. And now I can just keep coming down with that.
what color is that on your brush, please?
It's ultramarine blue. And like, yeah, just one more thing. Just after that ultramarine blue, I've taken a bit of lemon yellow just to change the color a bit. I mean, change that into a bit of greenish tone to that marble kind of effect. So just after doing that ultramarine blue, I've just taken a bit of lemon yellow now. And I've just touched over here in that red portion. So I'll just zoom that portion up, right? Maybe you'll be more better. Yeah. We can just go further now. Now coming to the shadow solution, the same thing. Like here also, it's a round thing. If it's a symmetric, I mean, if it's a like it's getting a some shape like rectangular square, so we can have that hard edge. But here it's still circle. So I'll just wet that portion again. I think even we can do without wetting as well. So better we'll use the light yellow ochre first. The same way how we do every time. I'll be using the light yellow ochre, and over that I'll be using all the different colors of shadows and all. So this way we'll be having a perfect way. So very light yellow ochre. Just one side you have to leave it completely highlighted. So now this is light yellow ochre over here. As I told, one side I'm leaving it completely highlighted. So just this was yellow ochre. Just after using that yellow ochre, I'm gonna take different colors like violet and all. Wait, let me grab another paper. Just keep it out here. Yeah, just keep the palette over here. You can see that. So I'm having this four mixes with you. I'll be just using all this. So I've just used my yellow ochre first. Then just after this, I'll be going with my bit of violet color. This is violet color over here. So I'll just leave it over here. Over yellow ochre. Over yellow ochre, you just have to leave. We can have that perfect kind of gradation and all. You can have a bit of ultramarine blue as well. Bit of ultramarine blue just after that. And at the end of it, some burnt sienna. This is a bit of burnt sienna. You can just make some linings over here with that. Just some burnt sienna over here. That's the same burnt sienna. Oh yeah, and just keep coming down now. Now the simple kind of dough over here with the same burnt sienna. And this way we're gonna keep on going down. I'm gonna come down with the same a bit of violet color. Okay, you have to come down with the same thing. Even though it's a very small portion, you have to be very careful with everything. So just keep coming down. That's yellow ochre again. Before coming down, I'll just leave a bit of yellow ochre over here. Before just coming down, I'll use my yellow ochre. So that just gives very good transparency. Transparency. I just like that doing this way. Very light yellow ochre. And I'm just gonna leave it down. And now I can just I can start with my all the dark colors over here. Firstly, I upload all the yellow ochre, and now I'm gonna start with all the dark colors. Hope you're going with me. We'll move further. So again, the same way I'll be taking my burnt sienna, but and I'll be just leaving that with a little bit of water in it. I'll just take a bit of water and I'll just leave it over here. Come down. That was voltage. That was burnt sienna. Now I'll take a bit of violet color, Hamilton. A bit of violet color. Over
Varun,
this. Just have,
you've given a base of yellow ochre, right, on this?
yeah, I've already given. And in that wet only you have to keep on going. I mean, you have to connect with every colors. The yellow ochre still wet, so you can see the colors flowing. So that flow of colors looks very good in this way. You can use a bit of orange as well. That to mix with orange, yellow ochre, not complete orange. Otherwise, it will not look that good. So let's mix with a bit of orange only. So all just mean to say that we have to use all these different colors after small intervals. So that will just give you good variation.
So Varun, for such buildings, we don't define them, right? Or we later do it. Like beach may there are some railings, and
So we can do it
there's this.
now only. Like in this wet only, we'll be doing with taking less water. If we do it later, it will be very detailed. So we'll be doing that now itself. When after doing the whole one side shadow, in this wet
Okay.
only, I'll be just adding all those windows and all with taking very less water in my brush.
Okay, but
Because
we
in
are
the
just
shadowed portion, normally you don't need to
Hmm.
detail a lot. In the lighter portion, we can detail later, but in the shadowed portion, we should try to detail as much as less as possible. So that will be more
Right.
better.
Okay, but mostly such buildings should be done like little blurry, right? बहुत ज़्यादा details हो उस पे काम नहीं करना है.
Mm-hmm. Just a flow
Okay,
which was other than there. I mean, you have to maintain that flow
okay.
of colors.
तो जब मैं अपने आप
You
करने बैठती तो मैं तो बहुत डिटेल में काम करती हूँ.
don't have to detail this kind of things.
Okay, thank you.
So like sir, you had said कि the main जो अपना focus होता है for that detailing should be done. So for this
हाँ.
tower at least we can detail.
Like detailing should be done, but like we are doing the shadow portion. So like even if it's our main focal point, so in the shadow portion you don't have to detail much. Shadow portion may like you just have to keep it easy. I mean the windows and all should not be clear. In the lighter portion we'll be detailing it, but in the shadow portion we'll be doing everything in the wet only. So that detailing should not be visible in the shadow part because you have to keep it balanced. Even you have to do some detailing over here. So you have to keep it balanced. If you detail everything even in the shadows and also it's just going to look like a photo later on. So that we have to avoid.
Okay. Okay.
So you can just keep going, make some linings and all. Now we are coming down, so we'll just move further. We here with some water, you can take this thing down. Now it's a bit of burnt sienna at the bottom portion. So I'll move. I'll take a bit of ultramarine blue. Then just leave it over here and just let the color flow. Over here. Just be careful. Okay, we can just take a bit of water and just merge this edge over here. Because this is a round thing, so edge that edge can be merged over here. You can just keep on going further like this. Well, we can end it over here till now. As of now, we can just end it with taking some wallet at the bottom portion just to make it a bit darker. So you can see that we have tried to maintain that flow of color over here. I've just tried not to get very hard. I mean, that flow of colors and also be maintained perfectly. Like there's just a small portion of that dome, so you can just use a bit of Sadian blue. I mean, signing should be there still a bit. That was a small dome over there. I just painted that. Now in this wet only, I would make some of the windows and all in a dark color. So now, like, what the things I'll be doing over here, that windows and all, you just have to take way less water in your brush and you just have to paint that. Like, I'll be taking dry colors, very solid colors. Like I'll take burnt sienna and all, just directly from a palette. Like this is burnt sienna, so I'll just take this burnt sienna. I'll not even take water. Like this is the burnt sienna which I'm gonna use. I'll just take it directly, and I'll not take even water. I'll just simply use it directly over here, just with that dry colors. So in that wet only, it will be very good to use it like this. That was a bit of burnt sienna. You can just see this. I'm just trying to add this windows and all this wet only. Just a bit of dark linings and all simultaneously. It is wet, so it looks more fresh.
Sorry, what did you say for the windows? Burnt sienna or burnt umber?
Burnt sienna and like burnt sienna can be very bright. I use sepia color, so you can mix burnt sienna and violet color, dry color. That should be very dry color. You have to add just some windows in this wet only, taking very less water. You have to take very less water, like violet and burnt sienna. Taking very less water, you have to add the small windows, which is over here and a bit at the top. So you just have to add some windows, like when I do some linings and all. Whatever these linings are there in the or like shadow area, you gotta do that. Even you can use a bit of ultramarine blue at some places to like make some of the portions even more darker. Like this windows, I will make it more darker by using a bit of ultramarine blue. Okay. This is how you can just keep on going with this detailing somehow. So all these bright domes and all, you can use that styling blue. That would be looking great. The saline blue over here for the small domes. Over here. And there's a dome over here, so you can just simply use that saline blue with a little bit of water in it. This is how you have to keep on going. Just like we have got one more window at the bottom portion. I would just try to give that as well. You can use some saline blue for this kind of portions. Adding a bit of linings and all. So this is a bit of saline blue as well. So just to add a bit of variations with the red. I'll be just waiting after this. So don't worry. Okay, so hopefully I've completed the area. So I'll just make one or two more windows, which is gonna be in center of it. Just made that small window over here. We'll do the small things with the dry colors. Oh, yeah, so I think we're done with the one of the darkest. Again, just move further. No, I'll just wait a minute for you. If you're lagging behind, then we'll move further after that. We just have to do this posting a bit of detailings, and then all the shadows and all be happening. It's not going to take a long time. It's not going to take a long time. So just waiting for a couple of minutes, and then we'll start again. Just let me know if I've got any questions anyway. So complete clear. Can I move further?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I think we'll just keep on going with the shadows, and later on we'll do all the detailings. Coming to this portion over here. Yeah, coming to this portion now. So the same way again, I gotta use that yellow ochre first, and then over that I'll be using all the colors. So just gonna do the same thing. A bit of light yellow ochre. I'll be just going where all the shadows are there, not the highlighted portion of all. Like just all this till here, the shadows are going to be till this portion. Yeah. So this portion I'll be using my yellow. Till there, the yellow ochre you have to use till shadows. Wherever the shadows portion are there, you can use this first, and then over that you can use all the colors. Like you can start with yellow ochre and orange mix, or maybe some burnt sienna and all. That's more better. I'm just gonna start with my yellow ochre and the mixture of orange color. Just gonna use that simply. Then over this, you can get all the darker colors like burnt sienna, violet color, and all. Like you've got your burnt sienna, so you can just simply use those over here. With of course less water, as this is shadow portion. You gotta take less. You have to take way less water. Violet color now. Oh, I'm just gonna use all this color. Over burnt sienna, I'm gonna use my violet color as well. That's a bit of violet color which I'm taking right now. A bit of violet just over this burnt sienna. Just have to take 1 or 2 drops of water so the colors can get mixed perfectly. Now, if you see that shadows looks perfect, I mean, this colors and all comes out perfect in this way, and even it looks very, very transparent. This is the best way which I use every time in every of my painting. You can just move further with this bridge and all.
Varun, it's just
Can you repeat the colors?
Yeah, I started with the yellow ochre, the base. Over that, it was a mixture of yellow ochre with orange. Over that, burnt sienna, and at first I'm using violet color now. Just 4 colors was there: yellow ochre, then orange, then burnt sienna. Over that, a bit of violet color, some pieces. Siddhi, you were saying something?
yeah, even now I was asking the colors only.
Okay.
But how come your colors always turn to gray?
Because
Mine
it's
are always
natural.
like so
It's natural
colorful.
actually. Like whenever you use all this four, 5 colors at the same place, it will turn into gray color. Like all these natural colors are not going to be visible. Like I use yellow ochre first, over that burnt orange, burnt sienna, then violet, then ultramarine blue I'm using right now. So like of course the colors are not going to be natural over there. It will turn into gray color. That's for sure.
Your colors, they blend so well. Mine, they stay like, purple dikhega, violet
And
dikhega
you have
and
to take
all.
water as well. If you take very less water, so that will look very dark. So I mean that color will stay if you are taking less water. If you see my
Water-
water is being collected at the bottom portion, I'm taking water over here.
Water is the main thing. Yeah, that is making the difference.
If you
But
see,
if I
just
use
that
water,
portion,
my colors, they flow down. They
you
flow
see,
They will
deeper.
flow down and ours become more lighter, like very light.
Yes.
if you see here, like
Yeah,
there's a lot
even
of water collected at the bottom portion.
huh.
So I'm using
Yeah.
water. So that is the only main reason. I mean that colors are blending.
This is the art.
Definitely. That is the difference.
Like, even yesterday painting your result, I was amazed. Man, like, इतने सारे colors use किए कहाँ गए इसके colors?
सब blend हो जाते हैं अच्छे से.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And they blend so nicely.
That's what I was saying ना कि water content ही main चीज है इसमें और
That is the only main thing. If you get that perfectly,
वो
you'll get
हमको नहीं आता है.
everything.
Yeah. Right now तो I am doing this तो I am frightened कि I'll like I'll गंदा कर दूंगी मैं सारा painting ऐसा ही लग रहा है मुझे.
It's
That
funny
is
all the
also
time. I
art.
mean, it's a bit easier than yesterday's one. There's a bit building
Actually.
and all. Okay. So like just if I wanna add some different colors, so I'll just take pure orange over this ultramarine blue. So normally I like this kind of thing. Like Sometimes I just add very dark colors, and then just over that I use kind of light color, so that gives a bit of kind of opaque color. Like I've used ultramarine blue over there. So like if I just take pure orange color and if I just use with just a little bit of water, so this kind of effect I just normally love that. So I just simply do it every time, like after using dark colors from above that. With the dark color, I use this kind of light orange or maybe light yellow also. So that kind of opaque kind of effect that looks very good. And as I told, we should keep those windows and all now in this background, so it's gonna look even more better. Okay, so I think I'll be moving further with the shadows. We're just adding all the shadows portion right now, and we'll just start with the detailing section. You can see where we use yellow for the base. That just gives a very good transparent effect. Here it was yellow at the base, so that yellow is also visible, and some of the different gray colors also visible. So that makes it look more better. Yeah, so I think I'll move further with some more shadows portion. And before I go further, I'll just add the windows as well now itself. So windows, it's gonna be very very simple. You're gonna add that pure like dry ultramarine blue. Okay, like whenever you add any dark colors in the wet portions, you don't have to take water. Like this is ultramarine blue, and I'll just take a bit of burnt sienna. Right here, I'll mix it. I'll make that darker gray, and there's no water in this, and the paper is still wet, so I mean, the colors will blend perfectly over there. So like there's a simple kind of window over here as well. So this is kind of small things you can add with this dark colors now in this wet only.
So what color we using for the windows?
That is ultramarine blue with burnt sienna, no water at all in that. Ultramarine blue and that burnt sienna. You can see how opaque color it is. There's no water, nothing. It's just pure opaque color. So some of the windows you can add with that, little bit only. You can just see the effect right now. And we'll just keep going further with just a bit of detailing like that. Just have to add some more shadows from top of this. And then that will be the last shadow as well. And then after that, we just have to go with all the details like water and all. That transparency and that flow in this kind of small portions be maintained. So that makes it look more better. Okay, so I think I'll move further now with another shadow portion, the upper one. Move further with that. Alright, starting with that upper shadow portion, it's the same way. I'm gonna take my instead of yellow ochre, you can even take some burnt umber. This is a base here. You can even take that burnt umber. Like that is just a bit of burnt umber over here. Like just the same way how we were using that yellow ochre. The same way you have to use that burnt umber as a base, and then over this I'll be using my different colors. Alright, so that was the burnt umber I've used. Just be careful that the colors should not flow down. You've got to be careful with that. So that was the burnt umber. Over this, taking a bit of water, I'll be leaving a bit of violet color. Violet color over this. And this is a perfect mixer. Burnt umber over that violet. Okay, that is a bit of violet color. You can even go on this roof portion, but the roof portion is gonna be pure ultramarine blue. I'm going to add the shadow, it's going to be pure ultramarine blue. And here it's that violet color and all. Okay. You just have to be careful while coming to then. You can just leave one white strip between these two things. The color should not get mixed with each other. We'll be almost completed with the shadows. After this, we will start working with all the last final details, like all the windows and all we have to work on. Like coming to the roof portion, it's simple. You just have to take pure ultramarine blue first. Pure ultramarine blue with a bit of water for the shadows of this roof portion. So that is a bit of shadow of the roof. Which you can see this. And with the same yellow and orange mixer, you can just make few lines right here. So with this, we have almost completed with all the shadows part. Like you can just go with some shadows. Now we just have to do all the detailing. It's all the small kind of detailing, whatever we have got. We just have to do that thing. And just the same way, gotta add that kind of windows kind of thing in this part only. The same ultramarine blue and that one sienna color, just a bit of windows, small windows and all. That's it. I'm gonna wait here for a couple of minutes because we have added a very big portion. complete is a big portion now. I mean, just all the detailings and all. That is the only thing which are left. Windows, all the kind of proper detailings. Water post is not going to take a long time though. That will just be completed in one go. So we have done with the important. I'm gonna wait for a couple of minutes. Let me know if you've got any questions still here.
सेकंड बुक पूरी कंप्लीट हो गई
Are you doing further now? Done till here? Completed till here?
Yeah, I'm ready. Carry on.
Okay. Okay, we'll move further. Right. So we'll just start with all this some kind of small detailings with part over here now. Like there's a bit of doors over here. Just a simple way how we were adding the shadows. Firstly, that yellow ochre and orange mixture as a base, and then over that in the wet only, I'll be using that dark colors. So let's start with this. Yellow ochre and orange. This is yellow ochre and a bit of orange color.
Can you move your camera, please?
Yeah, sorry.
See what you're doing. Thank you.
Yellow ochre and a bit of orange color. This is what you have to take away now. And just all these windows, you gotta do this. Now in this wet only, I'll be using the dark colors. Okay. That was yellow ochre and orange. Now we're just taking a little bit of dark colors over there, like violet and just a little bit of burnt sienna as well. Okay, violet and a little bit of burnt sienna. I mean, it's just going to take more 15 to 20 minutes from you. It's just almost done. We just have to go with all the detailings and all. Now, in this wet only now, you're gonna add that burnt sienna offer because that is the lighter one. You have to go from lighter to dark. Let's start burnt sienna color. Now over this, you can use that darker layer as well. That ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue, like even that violet is fine, but this ultramarine blue will be that for inner smaller cakes. So that is just a little bit of ultramarine blue as well. Gonna use that. The outside shape and all, try to make it perfect. Just a little bit of detailings and all. Put it over here. With a little bit of linings and all that outside of it.
Varun, can you zoom in, please?
So zoom in.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
Just walking out now. And just add a bit of linings all over here. That is a bit of burnt umber. Just adding some lines and all. Now this is like the second layer, so you have to take less water. There's no need to take a lot of water at this kind of places. Go with this way less water.
तुम एक बार बोलो ना उसको आर्ट कितने चैप्टर्स है देखो
Over here.
6 chapters.
बोलो ना मेरे
We'll be moving further. So we've got some smaller windows as well simultaneously. You can just take the same way. Take it as the same way. Two small windows, 2 pairs of small windows everywhere. With here, like those. 3 pairs. This kind of small windows. Make it more detailed.
Varun, you just used burnt umber, right?
No, this one was burnt umber and a little bit of violet color, the darker one. Burnt umber was for this line, that lighter line.
Huh, for the lines I'm asking.
Yeah, for the line it was burnt umber.
अब भी याद
Okay.
आया और मम्मा चिल्लाते बैठी हम घूम रहे थे
We'll move further.
अरे मम्मा चिल्ला रही हो।
You can just add some linings and all of it. Just after adding that burnt umber, as well, just one dark line in between. This is all what we are doing now. The final layer. This portion we're gonna complete it now. After this, we'll not work much on this area. So I'm just completing almost everything over here.
What color did you use for the small windows? Burnt sienna and
This one,
ultramarine?
burnt umber and violet color. That's small
Burnt-
window. Burnt umber and violet. Just some random lines you can make over here with small pointed brushes. And of course, just don't forget to add that kind of small lamps which we found over there. Just like this, we're detailing a small detailings over here, and then we'll come on to the left hand side. Now this is gonna be for that lamp portion. And just make some linings and all over here. Just for that lamp. Just need some straight lines. I'll be moving further now. No, I think we'll just leave this portion.
What color have you done the lamp in?
That was that
Okay.
saline blue and a bit of burnt here. I'll make it darker later. I've just added one simple light base here. I'll make it more darker. It was saline blue and very light burnt, kind of gray color. Okay, so we'll just leave this portion over here, like whatever I've done. We just have to move to the other portion as well. I mean that side, the important one. So that will just take like 5 to 10 minutes, and then just start bridge we have to work on base and some human figures we can paint. So let's complete task. Just let's complete this thing as well. Here again, like you just have to go very loosely. Don't need to detail a lot everywhere. So you can just make this kind of small windows, and I'll just zoom back to if you want over here. Starting from the top itself, like just two small kind of windows at the top only. Gotta give that. So we can just come down with that.
So Varun, what are you doing here?
No, I've just the most top portion. I haven't added any color over there. So over here,
Okay, is that turquoise?
of course, yeah, that was turquoise. I haven't used turquoise. That was selenium blue with lemon yellow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so just making. Or you can just go with that yellow ocre and that a little bit of orange color. Yellow ocre and a little bit of orange. Just take that. You gotta come over here. Just a little bit of detailings. Maybe just have to add the shadow. We don't have to go with detailing. Like just we've got some linings over here. So have to add these a bit. These linings and all. Very lightly. If you're having that turquoise blue, even if you're not, you can mix cerulean blue and lemon yellow color. And these are some fine touches, so you don't have to take much water. Like for this small things, we can just add a little bit beautiful colors. Like that was turquoise, what I've used. Even if you're not having, we can use this by mixing cerulean blue and lemon yellow. So the small portion, the small colors just gives amazing. The same yellow and orange. You can. This is what you can just keep on moving further. That was just some linings. I'll not detail much. I'm just adding a bit of linings and all. Like this small circular portion. I just simply wet it, and I'm going to use my yellow and orange. The top that a little bit of orange color mix over here. You can just simply use it here as well, at the end of it. So this is how we have to go, like a little bit of wallet and all. have to take and add the shadows carefully. Hmm. It's almost going to be completed because our main thing is almost completed now. We just have to make that bridge and a bit of water portion. That will be our last thing.
So you haven't added any color to this white part, right? Or very
No,
little
white part
yellow.
में कोई color नहीं. That was just yellow water, whatever what we have added in the first layer.
Okay.
After that, there's nothing over there. And the same turquoise blue, that the mix of cerulean blue and lemon yellow for this portion over here. That just gives a very good break over there if we use it perfectly. Almost completed with this as well. The same yellow ochre and orange for this windows over here. That is yellow ochre and orange. Okay. This is how overall it's looking right now. Just need to recreate some of these portions over here. Like we have to make some this pillars, some kind of alignment for this bridge over here. Some small thing can be done now. Like we can take a bit of ultramarine blue or maybe cerulean blue mixed with a bit of violet color, and we can make some linings over here with that. This kind of linings are best. And some of the portion you can just cover it completely as well. Over here, that was just some linings with ultramarine blue and a bit of violet. It's just very loose, like you don't have to, detail any of the portions after this. Just try using everything loosely over here. It will just come out very beautiful. It's not important to detail everywhere. You don't have to be conscious everywhere. So you can just see within this loose stroke also you can just get everything a very good way.
So what color is this? Blue?
That was ultramarine blue and just a little bit of violet I've mixed in that. Bright one. I haven't mixed any gray color or anything fancy and it should be bright.
Okay.
And then simultaneously you can just get that cerulean blue and just a little bit of lemon yellow. You can paint the shadow. Just lemon yellow and a little bit of cerulean blue will give you a bit of greenish tone, but that is going to look amazing. Not turquoise blue, maybe turquoise blue will get very bright. Otherwise, I would use that. I would prefer cerulean blue with lemon yellow.
Varun,
Yeah,
it's lemon yellow and cerulean blue, right?
yeah,
For the bridge?
yeah. For this,
Okay.
just below that, that ultramarine blue lines and all.
Okay. Ultramarine. Acha,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, ultramarine. You know? This is that ultramarine blue.
ठीक है.
So that bridge has to be darker, and we're just left with water portion now, almost 100%.
Varun, sorry, I know you've just said it. Under the bridge is cerulean and
Lemon yellow.
thanks.
This third layer just have to take some less water. This is still I've taken a bit of water to make it to keep it transparent. Otherwise, if you don't take water, that will be completely opaque.
Can you please center your paper?
Yeah. So, is it fine now? So, is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I'll just leave with water. Water, I'm gonna use the same Stylian blue with lemon yellow, but in a bit more brighter way. If you're having turquoise, that would be great.
Varun, sorry, can you repeat the color for the bridge?
Oh, I started with the ultramarine blue and violet. That the upper blue color, what you can say is ultramarine blue and
Okay.
that violet mixture. And the bottom
Okay.
portion is Stylian blue and lemon yellow color. Quantity
Okay.
of Stylian blue is going on.
Thank you.
Just end this up now. With the water, water will do it great, right? It's very simple. You have to wet the water portion, then you have to add some light yellow, like yellow, and then after that you can just use the same for that turquoise blue. And if you're not having some same saline blue and lemon that you have to use over there, so you'll get the water perfect. It's very simple. You don't have to add a lot of waves and all. It's just a small portion of it. So very carefully, I'll just simply wet it very quickly. Don't wet the boards and the human figures. Human figures and all that have to be avoided. And after that, I'm just going to take very light. You can go with lemon yellow. That's more better. Just flow some lemon yellow. Then over that, if you flow that turquoise blue, it will be even more brighter. Like I'll just take a bit very light lemon yellow. Very light. It should be just very light. We can just come down with just some more yellow. Now you can get that turquoise blue if you're having the turquoise blue. You just have to take that light turquoise blue and you're gonna leave it over here now. You just have to take it with some water and you just have to leave it carefully. At some random places, even you can use a bit of Stylian blue, this quantity of Stylian blue you can increase more, so that will add very good variation. It's not important that you're gonna use the same turquoise blue everywhere. Like I've just this much, then I'll take a bit of Stylian blue and then I'll just use that at some place. So this kind of variations would be there. Like this. So this is how very light, like you can just go till here. Don't leave any kind of white spaces anywhere. This is the last thing. I'm just gonna take 5 more minutes from now.
Varun, I'm a bit behind. So the water's yellow ochre and then turquoise.
Yeah, the turquoise, and even in the turquoise, you can mix some Stylian blue at some places. Like here, I've used a bit of cerulean blue, so that color will
Yeah.
change a bit over there.
Okay, thanks.
Some places, like you can even use a bit of pure yellow. I mean, and that changes the color. Like that was pure yellow or what I just left over here. And that just gives amazing effects. And maybe even ultramarine blue. Maybe a bit of ultramarine blue as well as some places. This kind of thing just gives very good variation. It's almost done. We just have to wait for this thing to get dry. Meanwhile, we can just do whatever the things are missing now. Meanwhile, this portion is drying. We can just make this small things like with yellow ochre and all, like whatever things are left now. Anyway, this is third layer. You gotta take way less water according to it. So yellow ochre with sap green, you can just add some kind of tree over here with that dry brush texture. Yellow ochre and a little bit of orange for this portion.
Varun, you'll have to wait for 2 minutes,
Okay, I'm waiting over here.
please.
Sure. Just move further. Just I'll just add some last patches now. It will be just last thing. So you can, as I was just doing that portion, you can just add that sap green and a little bit of burnt sienna. And I think it's so done over here. I don't do much work. It was just sap green and a bit of burnt sienna at the bottom portion. The upper lighter one was sap green and the yellow the color over here. So it's completed. Just have to add 1 or 2 dark layers at some places for a door and a window. Okay. Okay. You can just add some 1 or 2 dark patches to some of the places. Like even in the water, you can just add that shadow portion with the same light, a bit of ultramarine blue. You can use a bit of ultramarine blue for the shadow in that water portion as well. Like the shadow has to be somewhere over here. Okay, it's going to be the shadow of that bridge portion. Okay. Just have to add this. This is gonna be the reflection of that darker portion as well.
What color is that, Varun?
That was a gray color, and now this is that turquoise with a bit of ultramarine blue mixed with it. This was that gray color, that's fine. And the reflection of that line is but any darker blue you can take actually. Even shading blue, even ultramarine blue. I've taken turquoise and I've just mixed a bit of ultramarine blue in that to make it a little bit darker. So this side of the bridge is gonna be in dark color. Okay, done. It's kind of completed now. Just work on the boats. With no detailings. It's kind of completed for me. I mean, just I'll add 1 or 2 human figures in dark color. Just down like ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. Just add 1 or 2 human figures randomly.
Arun, can you please repeat the shadows in the water, please?
Yeah, so it's actually mostly ultramarine blue, and this one was ultramarine blue and that turquoise blue. If not having, even if you just use pure ultramarine blue, it's fine for the shadow in the water. This was that gray color. I mean, if you see the photo, there's a line or there's a line over here. This is gray color, ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. So for that ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, and for the reflection, you can use simply. I mean, if you use ultramarine blue, it's fine. Just pure ultramarine blue. Done.
And Varun, the shadow under the boat.
Yeah, this one is just that burnt umber and a bit of white color. Just a bit of gray stone over there.
Burnt umber and blue.
Burnt umber and a little bit of violet. Burnt umber and violet color. Just adding some last trim and figures. There's the red color for the boat. You can just add a few lines as well, just as a water waves maybe, something like that. Just kind of sprinkle some color over there. Just done. No detailing in the boats and all. I would just leave that. I will not do much detailing on the boats over here. And you can just end it off now. Yeah, done. Like this bloom, I just forgot to make this in dark color. So I'll just simply make that in a bit of cerulean blue. It's done. Just one or two lines, adding some random windows. The same orange only. This is all orange and a bit of burnt umber in light color. Just one or two windows. That's it. It's done now. Subha completed.
I'm way behind, but I'm trying to do. I'll complete the details and then send you. But I haven't left today. Huh? I haven't aborted because I had thought so many times to abort it. But then
Okay.
I'm continuing. Yes, I do it. Just tell me, when I make this shadow ka color, that is burnt amber and blue, so it becomes like it looks brown. Even yesterday in my sky, it was looking yellowish because I had added yellow to the darker
Okay, so
color.
what you were saying, when you use burnt cyan and ultramarine,
Yeah, in that case, it looks brown, like it doesn't look gray or dark.
it's
blue.
because
That
of that you might be taking more burnt cyan out. You'll take the quantity of more burnt cyan to turn into dark brown color. You have to
Okay.
take more of ultramarine blue, so then it will turn into gray color.
Okay.
Whenever you're making gray color, you have to take more blue quantity than the burnt cyan, then brown color.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'll just stop it over here. Should they complete it?
Almost.
Little left.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Almost.
I'll
So
just
there's
stop
a
it.
lot of building portion under the bridge as well. So should we increase the
Oh.
water part or paint a few
No, I don't know.
details?
Like this one, right?
Yeah, that one.
You can just add some lines. I mean, just show it as a part of that building part only. You don't have to erase that. By just making some linings and all, it would get differentiated.
Okay.
It's done. Just in last of it, you can just simply add some of those tools, this lamps and all.
What colors you've used for the boats? Just keep it white.
Most yeah, like I've just mostly kept some of the white. Just one or two patterns with some different. This is red. This is turquoise blue. So just that patterns have color. Just have kept it white.
Mhm.
Just but one side of it you have to make it darker, so you can show that shadow. That's it. Question completed. Maybe it's not there. Sarah, completed.
Almost. Almost. Bear with me.
Okay.
Varun, what have you used for the shadows? Same turquoise in the water, the boat shadows and all?
Yeah, that's the same turquoise only.
Okay.
Turquoise, or you can mix some ultramarine blue in that to make it a bit darker. It's done. I'll just leave it now.
Lovely. It's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, very beautiful. For the tree again, you've used green and lemon yellow.
No, it's yellow. Lemon yellow will get very bright, so it's yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
Send the photo, Baron.
Yeah, I'll do that. Rekha completed?
Yes, more or less. I'll just give some final touches, laps and all.
And Subra completed?
Same here, Varun.
Okay.
It is pending. Varun, will you please send this painting?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, no, it's I'll do.
Thank you.
I've said. Okay, since so, anyone having any questions? Shall we end then?
Any comments on the photos?
Yeah, let me check just one thing.
Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, it's looking good. Maybe you can do some. I mean, here there's shadow over here. You need more. A bit of shadow over here. You can just what else you can do? I think
Sorry.
it looks complete. It looks complete to Sarah. It looks good. Maybe you can add just some patches of some windows over here or something like that. So throwing that seems to be a bit of incomplete. Like you can add a bit of windows and all, and rest it looks
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay then. So
Okay, Varun. Thank you. See you next week.
Thank you very much. Will you
Thank
send
you,
the boat?
everyone. Bye.
Will you send the recording for the boat, please?
yeah, I'll do that. I'll send both the recordings tomorrow morning.
Okay, thank you. Have a good week, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Varun, please share
Yes.
your painting.
I've already done the group.
Okay. Now, Varun, please share the link of that brush as well.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Varun.
I'll do that.
Bye.